We are in the middle of a fundamental shift in cybersecurity. An urgent strategy briefing from some of the sharpest minds in the industry has just sounded the alarm on what they're calling the AI vulnerability storm. For the longest time, defenders had one thing on their side: time. When a vulnerability was discovered, they had months, sometimes even years, to patch it. This chart shows that window, what we call the time to exploit. Back in 2018, it was over 2 years. But look at what's happening to that curve. It's not just shrinking, it's completely collapsing. Today, that window has collapsed to just 28 hours. Think about that, from discovery to weaponization in just over a day. This is forcing a total rethink of how we do cybersecurity. And there's one absolutely crucial action defenders must take to survive, which I'm going to reveal at the very end, so stick around. So what's causing this collapse? What's behind it? Well, a completely new class of threat has arrived on the scene. This is the AI vulnerability storm. The engine behind this storm is a new type of AI, codenamed Mythos. And let's be clear, this is not just another chatbot. We're talking about an autonomous vulnerability hunter. It finds the cracks in the armor, writes its own attack code, and launches strikes, all without a human ever touching a keyboard. It operates at a speed and scale we've just never had to deal with before. To really wrap your head around how big of a deal this is, look at this comparison. The previous state-of-the-art AI, it managed to create just 2 working exploits in a lab test. Under the exact same conditions, Mythos generated 181. This isn't just an improvement, it's a completely different ballgame, a whole new era of offensive power.
So the problem isn't just that attackers have a scary new weapon. The real issue is that our defenses, our entire playbook, were built for a different time. This has created a dangerously lopsided, asymmetric battlefield.
And look at how fast this is all moving. In August 2025, an AI is already topping human hacker leaderboards. By November, we're seeing the first fully AI-driven espionage campaign. And then by February 2026, an AI is finding critical security flaws in code that humans have missed for decades. This is not a future threat. It's here, and it's speeding up. It all boils down to this one brutal truth. We cannot outwork machine speed threats. Our human analysts, no matter how brilliant they are, simply can't keep up. It's like we're trying to fight a machine gun with a sword. Our defenses are just being overwhelmed. And this constant, overwhelming pressure, it has a real human cost. The briefing is very clear about this. Defender burnout isn't just a personnel issue anymore. It's a direct operational risk to every single organization out there. I mean, just try to put yourself in their shoes for a second. They're facing more vulnerabilities than ever before, in more code than ever before, across a digital landscape that just keeps growing. They're caught in a vice, and the pressure is becoming totally unsustainable. The impact on people is just devastating. Security pros are facing intense mental strain, feeling like they're constantly falling behind while also worrying about being replaced by the very AI they're fighting. This leads straight to burnout and attrition, which means we are losing our most critical experts right when the fight is getting tougher than ever. Okay, so the situation is critical, but it's not hopeless. The briefing provides a clear path forward. It's time to shift our entire mindset from just reacting to building true resilience. It's time to become Mythos-Ready. Which brings us to the million-dollar question, right? How do we even begin to fight back against a threat that operates at machine speed, a threat that never sleeps and never gets tired? Well, the plan rests on 4 pillars. First, we have to turn their own tech against them, use AI for our own defense. Second, we have to harden the basics and fortify our environment. Third, we have to completely update our risk models for this new reality. And finally, we have to automate everything to build defenses that can actually move at machine speed. And this isn't some abstract strategy for the distant future. No, this is an aggressive, actionable plan you can start working on in the next 90 days. The plan is built on concrete actions with some really aggressive timelines. Notice the start times here, this week. It's about deploying AI agents, preparing for continuous patching, and rebuilding your governance for pure speed. All of these are critical, but there's one action that stands above all the rest. And that really brings us to the core of the strategy. The only way to combat an AI-powered threat is with an AI-powered defense. It truly is about fighting fire with fire. At the beginning of this explainer, I told you there was one crucial action that defenders must take to survive this new reality. The single most important step you can take to turn the tide against the AI vulnerability storm. Here it is, the single most crucial action. Point AI agents at your own code. Use the same weapons the attackers have to find your vulnerabilities before they do. Turn this threat inward. Find your own flaws at machine speed and fix them first. This is the ultimate home field advantage. This shift towards AI agents is going to affect everyone's job, not just cybersecurity. Which brings me to our question of the day. Thinking about your own work, what's one task you wish you could just hand over to an AI? Let us know what you think in the comments.